If you don't love America, why don't you just leave, Paul? This is the number one thing that I hear all the time because it's patriotic to criticize this country. I was born here and I've lived here and I love this country, but I'll be damned if I'm going to shut my mouth and watch what's happening in this country and not say anything. That's what patriotism is. It's criticizing this country. When you get sick, you go to a doctor and they tell you you have the flu, you have cancer. Then you know how to treat said sickness, right? And see, that's what you do when you criticize this country. I'm calling out white supremacy. Mediocre white men with micro penises that don't want equality in this country. And you criticize it, and you criticize it, and you criticize it, and you call it out. Because when you don't, fascism takes over. That's what being patriotic is. But see, many of you confuse not just racism, but nationalism with patriotism. Nationalism is having 48 billion flags, bald eagles, right? Screaming, freedom, freedom, God bless America, we're the best in the universe. Cool, let's run with that because that's nationalism. That is not patriotism, right? Because patriotism is loving the people that the flag represents. It's loving the country. I can love my kids, but I can also criticize them. Are you going to tell me to leave America because I criticize my kids? That's BS. It's total BS. So let's talk about this because the real reason that they don't want this is because the lie of American exceptionalism. And I had this conversation on TikTok last night. Tell me, when or how is America great? What do we lead the world in currently? Incarcerations, gun violence, and military spending. Great job. But we have freedom, Paul. If you don't like it, leave the country. Canada has freedom. Greenland has freedom. France has freedom. Ireland has freedom. Germany has freedom. Japan has freedom. Australia has freedom. You people are so stupid that you think that the United States is just the entire universe kisses our asses. Do my kids have the freedom to go to school and not be shot? No. You go to Greenland, they don't have school shootings. You go up to Canada, and they almost never happen. Go to Australia, they almost never happen. They have freedom. They have universal health care. When you get hired in Paris, one of the first things they ask you, or France, is, do you know when you want to take your 6 weeks vacation? Oh, I have to work 7 days a week, 20 hours a day because we're great. We're on a rat race. We're not great. It's a lie that we've been told because we have a handful of people with all the money that have all the power, and we create this facade like the Truman Show, like the Matrix. It's a lie. We've never been great. Let's look at how this country started. Let's look at the very foundation of America and its greatness, since you want me to leave this country because I criticized it. How many people died on the Middle Passage? 1.4 million. Most of you people that are patriots, self-proclaimed patriots, don't even know what the hell the Middle Passage is. Those were black people that stole white people that stole black people to do the jobs we were too lazy to do. And then we whipped them. And then we put salt in their wounds. Then we shackled them. Then we tore out their fetuses. Then we hung them in trees. Then we separated their families. Then we murdered Native Americans who took their land. Then we stole the land from the Mexicans in a war. Then we put Asians in internment camps. And for 200 years, black people couldn't even vote. 100 years after black people were here, they weren't even considered citizens. Then we went and sold the land from the Hawaiians. And right now we're controlling women and telling them you can't do what you want with your bodies, even if it kills you, because I'm going to tell you how to live your life. Now, how in the fuck is that a great country? You just tell me what's great about it. But Papa, I feel a certain way. This is what happens, right? You grow up in these fake Christian white churches, and you have certain music, and it gives you goosebumps and fireworks and lights and acting. You're like, ooh, it's a Broadway show. And it makes you feel a certain way. That's what nationalism is. It's like an evangelical church. It's indoctrination. It's a lie. America has never been great for everybody. And it started since we're in diapers, right? American flag diapers. Put them in front of the TV. Ooh, let's have flags and let's stand for it and pray to it and sing to it and worship it and idolize it. And as you get older, you go to school, you eat your Freedom Wheaties. And before you leave the house, feed your pet bald eagle. And then you jump into your truck with your dad and polish the Constitution and make sure you put 400 billion trillion flags because you don't want people to think that little Timmy isn't a patriot, yet he doesn't love America. And then you turn God Bless America up because you want the whole neighborhood to hear that you're a dumbass. Oh, let's not forget the guns. Now let's not secure them because, you know, if somebody had a bad day in elementary school, we want to make sure they have access to a firearm so they can shoot their neighbors because we're freedom. And that's the bullshit lie of American exceptionalism. And if you don't like it, you can ship your ass back to England where you came from, where we all came from. And yes, this land is stolen land because it belonged to the Native Americans. Their population was decimated when white people were like cancer and came here and took it from them. See, that's the actual history of this country. But some of you are too stupid from years of inbreeding to realize it. You don't want to criticize this country because you don't want to change your idea of American exceptionalism. It's like Cyrus, I think it was Cyrus from the Matrix, right? And he's unplugged and he's woke because he sees the world for what it is. Oh no, not the word woke. That's scary, white people. Ooh, woke, radical left, Antifa. And he went back to Agent Smith, didn't he? And he made a deal with him that if he betrayed his friends, that he would be plugged back into the Matrix. Because he knew it was a lie, but ignorance is bliss. And that's what you people want. You people want the lie of American greatness, exceptionalism and flags and bald eagles and God Bless America and all the shit that gives you goosebumps. Ooh, oh, I feel so strong and manly. Ooh, we're going to attack Iran. Ooh, because I'm strong. We're going to kidnap the president of Venezuela. Ooh, that's so manly. That's it. It's not complicated. It's a game. It's a show. And the reality is that you all would rather burn this country to the ground than vote for the black woman. Because he made you feel like America was going in the white direction. That somehow the black man in the White House was just a bridge too far and American exceptionalism was going away, traditional family values, white America. And you guys would rather burn this country to the ground as long as he gave you the bullshit you wanted. Flags and freedom and bald eagles. The guy that talks about Hannibal Lecter and injecting bleach and how libtards want to get rid of cows and windows. And you're like, look at the flags, I'm a dumbass, woo. See, criticizing America is patriotism. That is what America is. It's called the First Amendment. But many of you only want the First Amendment when it agrees with your stupid white supremacist ideology. That's not how freedom works. Me criticizing this country and calling out your bullshit is exactly how this country changes. Have yourself a white day.